Hey, it's Mr. Kneading here. Welcome to the first installment of Mr. Kneading Intro Math on YouTube, where kneading meets YouTube. So we're going to try a couple of things here, and we're going to go over real quickly the y equal mx plus b format. So stay with me real quick, and let me bring a problem in here so we can take a look at it. When we talk about the y mx b format, we're really talking about solving a particular linear equation so that y is on one side, some term associated with x is on the other side, and so is b. Remember, when we talk about these values, the m is cool because the m is actually the slope of the line. And we define slope, remember, as the rise over the run. At the same time, we'll be very interested in b when we come into these particular pieces and we start to graph them. But let's just talk about doing one of these problems and how you take care of the y mx plus b format. So in this problem, I have a starting place for us. We'll start with 2x plus 3y is equal to 9. Well, remember, our goal is to get this particular value of 3y by itself. In other words, we want to make the 2x, in this case, go to the other side. Well, easiest way to do that is to subtract the 2x, because it goes away on the left, but what we have to recognize is that on the right-hand side, we cannot take a 9 minus a 2x. Those are not like terms. So we will rewrite the 2x first, because that's what the mxb format says, and because the 9 was positive, we'll write it at the end. The constant term always goes last. Okay, then you say, what do we do now? All right, now we have to get rid of the 3 attached to the y. Well, because it's attached to the y, it's not being added, it's not being subtracted, we must use the opposite operation. If you remember the opposite operation, it's division for multiplication. So we'll divide each term of the problem by 3. Well, on the first problem, 2 will not divide by 3, so we're going to write a negative 2 over 3 with an x attached to it. The second term of 9 does divide by 3, and we'll get that, and we'll wind up with a nice answer of y equal negative 2/3 x plus 3. Clearly, we can identify the slope of this problem, and we could remove it. If we were asked, m is definitely equal to negative 2 over 3. And if asked, b is equal to positive 3. We'll talk more about b in the next installment of this particular video. Let's do one more, and let's see how we go from here. So let me clear out the pieces that I have, make some more room, and make this particular item go away. So how about we take another value, and I've got one sitting here waiting for us, of 1 minus 5y equal 2x minus 1. We've got terms on both sides, and again, remember, our driving force in this entire problem is that y winds up all by itself. So let's get rid of this 1 first by getting 1 to the other side of the problem. So we have a negative 5y, stays. Now we'd have a negative 1 in addition to the one we already have because we had a positive 1 on the left. So it's going to be 2x negative 2 on the right-hand side. We want to undo the negative 5, which means we want to divide both sides by negative 5. Remember, both pieces of the problem get divided by negative 5. The format says y equals, m in our case is a negative 2/5. We can't divide 2 by 5 and get a clear number, so we will leave that in a fraction form. X stays with the problem, and a negative 2 over a negative 5 for b is actually a positive when simplified 2/5. Don't go any farther, don't make any decimals, don't try and change anything, because we have clearly identified that 2/5 is m, positive 2/5 is b, and we would move on with the problem. Look for the next installment coming up tomorrow.